So 2023 is a year that we are going to experience some difficulties, some challenges, but interestingly enough, where does the 2023 property market go? And what is the projection for this year? Don't worry, we just got you covered. What's up everyone, my name is Dijesh, and for those of you that don't know, I've been in the property industry for a decade now. Today's video is all about the property industry and obviously where the property industry is going in 2023. Very important to note that these are based on some facts that we have from the internet, from newspaper articles, government gazettes. So a lot of the points that I'll be making will be roughly based on those facts and obviously my opinions. So have a look at it, breathe further into it, and without further ado, let's get into the video. Firstly, most importantly, the interest rate having increased in South Africa. Is important to note that interest rate hikes have gone up significantly from 2020 when there was a decrease to last year with the increase and an additional increase this year. So what does this mean for both the consumer and the homeowner? That means for an individual that currently has a property, their repayment, if it is on a mortgage, is going to be slightly more than the previous month. And this means that the added extra expense is going to be a burden financially. Some people may have gotten increases, some people may not have gotten the increases, and to accommodate for this extra increase in interest rate, which means an extra repayment amount, means that it's going to hinder the finances. And this is what happens when you have a variable interest rate on your property. Even your car as well, you might have a variable interest rate and the interest rate increases. So you're looking at an increase in your repayments. Now what does this mean for the buyer? The person that's looking to buy will obviously have a higher interest rate to purchase on, meaning a higher repayment factor. So prime plus, prime minus, it doesn't matter. The prime interest rate is going to be much higher than as if you purchased last year, and this just means that you have to pay more on a monthly basis. This also means that your affordability criteria last year will be different to that this year if you're still going on the same salary for your pre-approvals. Secondly, an increase in utilities. Now South Africa is facing an increase in its utilities. Electricity, water, rates as well, with the new valuation rules that went out, you are looking at an increase in these utilities. So this means that your monthly expenses in the property is going to be slightly more. Whether you're an owner or tenant, you're going to be paying more for these utilities. Electricity goes up, water goes up, and this just means that you have to accommodate for extra monthly expenses. Now whether you got an increase or not doesn't really matter. And this is a challenge that a lot of South Africans are going to face. And this goes from the normal ordinary consumer, homeowner, to the business owner, industrial properties. This hinders everything on their operations and their cash flow on a monthly basis. So we're looking at an increase in interest rates as well as an increase in the utilities, which shows that in 2023, roughly the property market is going to be a difficult one to enter, and not just to enter, but to maintain at the same time. The third point that we have to look at that's very, very important is in South Africa, we now need to realize that we have to accommodate for backup power solutions, with load shedding being imminent, and especially for the next 2 years being permanent as it was stipulated. Backup power supplies are very important. A lot of developments now and developers in 2023 as well as last year have started putting inverters in their individual units. So they sell you an individual unit and sell you an inverter in that unit at an additional cost. A lot of the developments are putting generators in the development, solar powered systems in the development. So in 2023 onwards, we are going to be looking at developments including these backup power supplies. We're talking sectional title developments, homeowners associations, anything where you're buying off plan. And then if you're a person that's obviously buying land or buying your own property, renovating, it's going to become a norm to look at these alternative backup power supplies and solutions, whether it's solar, inverter, generator. It's now a necessity, and it is a norm because a lot of people need the backup supply at the end of the day. Also, something to note, whether you're an owner or a tenant, the backup power supply may be needed either way. So always look for the alternative options, and in the property market we are now going to see that this would become the norm over the next couple of years. You may be buying into a house that already has a backup power supply. You may be buying into a development that has inverters that you could purchase. Maybe buying from a secondary person that's already put up a backup power supply. So this becomes a norm when buying your properties, when investing in property, and it's something that even the investor needs to look at going into 2023, that the backup power supply is very important and a crucial element as well for tenants, because if I'm an investor and I have a backup power supply, it's going to be more appealing for my tenant that they can always have electricity during load shedding. And the next point is obviously the increase in property prices. So yes, property prices are increasing in South Africa. We are having more and more developments coming up, and this means that value increases in certain areas. So property prices, as per Lightstone's report, have increased about 2.5% in the past year or so. An increase in the prices just means that buying into the market is going to become slightly difficult as a new homeowner, because the prices last year will be different to the prices this year. And even if you are an existing homeowner, it's good for you because you could roughly sell at a higher price now and your property value is increasing. So the divide becomes where, as a homeowner, your property price is increasing. It is increasing, it increases, and that's good for you. But as a tenant that's looking to purchase, or a consumer that's looking to purchase, becomes difficult to purchase in this market. So overall, I see the South African property market as being quite stable, but it's going to become difficult for the first-time homeowner or even investor to purchase just outright in 2023. Pen to paper needs to be put down, finances need to be taken into account, all these little factors and expenses just for the home maintenance. Whether you're an investor or owner, whatever it is, when you own a property, you need to look at the finer details. You need to look at the monthly costs, you need to look at the long-term costs, and you need to look at they call it an exit strategy, and you would need to look at that exit strategy as well. So hope you guys like the little information session that I've given you guys. Remember, this is based on obviously some sort of opinions mixed with facts, and in 2023 one should not be scared to invest in property or purchase, and just make sure you do the proper work, get the proper finance guys, the proper estate agents to assist you, your accountants, qualified individuals that understand the industry, that understand the market, that understand the nitty-gritties of it, to assist you in your property decisions. My name is Dijesh. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.